Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Real Estate. Hope you're having a good day today. I just finished talking to a friend. I want to talk to you about that because it will relate to your business. But first, this episode is brought to you by my book, Real Estate Prospecting. Pick it up, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. And if you've read it, please review it on Amazon. We're trying to get to 100 reviews. We've got about 70-ish, I think mid-70s. So you can definitely help me out with that. Now, these episodes are meant to be about 5 minutes or so, always giving you actionable steps or motivating you in the right direction. So let's get started. I just talked to my friend Alex Rivlin, runs a team out of Las Vegas. If you're listening to this, thanks for jumping into our group coaching. But I got a few things from him. One of them is what I want to talk about today, and that's when you're doing a listing pitch, a listing presentation, and you're in person. He's got a great outline to demonstrate the different things that he offers to the seller. And it starts with one chart, and that chart has 4 lines. It's got bronze, silver, gold, platinum, going all the way to the bottom. And on the left, it's got an outline of everything that he offers for each one of those lines or metals, right? And so it's a different commission, obviously, because commission is negotiable. But for him, it gives him the ability to have a starting point. And what we were talking about, which to me was probably the most important piece, is psychologically, you're giving an opportunity to your seller, to the client, to be able to choose and have a feeling like there's an opportunity to decide on where and how they want to proceed with you. I want to start here because this fits my budget. No, you know what? I want to start here because these are the exact things that I need. And so when he outlines all this, it's important because psychologically, what we've seen is that when people have a choice, they can now decide between this or that. But when they don't have a choice, that's when it just comes down to one thing, which is, do they even want to hire you? And so he's noticed that it's improved his conversion with others. And yes, he sent me a copy by email. So if you do want this, I can definitely send it over to you. He's got a few things. One thing that I noticed that I would love for you to take from this is the wording. He's got different wordings or different words for a lot of the things that he does. He calls this freedom listing. There's part of this, he calls it freedom listing. And that means he's saying, hey, look, this is an opportunity to use my services, sign up with me. And at any point, you have the freedom to not use me anymore. And if you don't like the way I look, if you don't like anything that I'm doing, you could just cancel anytime. And so I want to challenge you as you're listening in, if that's the way you work and this is something that you want to do, get a name for it. Say a cancellation policy or I love the freedom listing. It's like you can work with us, but you don't have to at any point. The wording matters. And one thing that he told me about this great sheet he's got, the bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, is he says, Tristan, all of them are full service. It starts with the bronze being full service. I'm just not going to offer the rest of these things because they are an expense. And the way that I present it is I say, hey, these are my marketing packages. He outlines them saying, this is it. This is what you get to choose from. And this way, if they're comparing it to somebody else's, they can then in their head say, oh, this is a marketing package versus this one thing that this other agent offers. And now in the world that we're in, more so than before, it's important to show the value that you have. It needs to stick to people's minds. And I think here is where you're going to have to decide, is this something that you want to apply? Not only, this is why I loved it, not only for your sellers, but also for your buyers. Because I know a lot of you are saying that to your buyers, you're doing the buyer-broker agreement, you're doing a full presentation, and you're saying, this is what I'm going to charge should you want to work with me, or however you're doing it. But the point is, you need to be very clear as to what it is that you bring to the table. And you could have a chart. You could show the different things that you do. I was just so impressed with Alex's sheet that he has here that I wanted to share it with you and to give you ideas. So if you need this, go ahead and message me on Instagram. I'm here to help you out and give you more ideas. We'll talk again.